Think your lashes have hit their limit? Discover limitless length and full volume with Maybelline Sky High Mascara. The Flex Tower brush bends to volumize and extend every single lash from root to tip. And the lightweight bamboo-infused formula makes lashes feel weightless. Now in 8 bold shades so you can take your lashes to new heights every day. Visit Maybelline.com to shop Sky High Mascara now.
When the holidays start to feel a bit repetitive, reach for a Sprite Winter Spiced Cranberry and put your twist on tradition. A bold cranberry and winter spice flavor fusion, Sprite Winter Spiced Cranberry is a refreshing way to shake things up this sipping season. And only for a limited time. Sprite, obey your thirst.
Is that the coat?
This is the coat.
The $2,000 coat?
Yeah, it's
okay,
called...
it's a one-of-a-kind. You designed it. What's the name
series.
of it?
It's called A View of the Bronx from I-95 at 60 miles an hour at night.
A View of the Bronx
from I-95
at
60 miles an hour
at 60 miles an hour at night. Okay.
This is the plaintiff, Cheryl Aaron. She says she bought a custom leather coat from the defendant, and that thing is way too big. She looked like a beached whale in it. The defendant stopped taking her calls, refuses to make her a new coat that fits, and she's suing the crook for the $2,135 she gave him. This is the defendant, Jeffrey Weiss. He says he designs coats for the likes of Anne Bancroft and Mel Brooks, just to name a few, and the plaintiff hired him to create one for her. Once the plaintiff got the coat home, she called him asking to return it because she says it made her look fat. He offered to change the lining to a thinner one, returned the coat to him, and then filed a claim against him with a Better Business Bureau. The woman's like Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. One minute she's nice, the next she's a monster. Bottom line, the woman sued him. Here they are, and now it's time for the judge to decide who's right and who's crazy. He's accused of refusing to ride on anyone's coattails.
All parties, please raise your right hand.
What you are about to witness is real. The participants are not actors. They are actual litigants with a case pending in civil court. Both parties have agreed to drop their claims and have their cases settled here before Judge Marilyn Milian in our forum, the People's Court.
Be seated, come to order, please.
Okay, a lot going on that side.
Litigants have been sworn, Your Honor.
Thank you, Douglas. Okay, Cheryl Aaron.
Yes.
You are suing Jeffrey Weiss of Jeffrey Weiss Designs for $2,135. The amount that you paid for a custom-made raincoat that you have not received, and that you feel there were numerous problems with. Tell me what happened here.
On June 15th of 2013, I had ballet tickets at Lincoln Center, and I was early for the ballet, so I walked through the craft fair at Lincoln Center and saw the defendant's booth. The coats looked wonderful, so
Is this an outdoor craft
It's
fair?
an outdoor craft fair in the main plaza at Lincoln Center.
Okay.
And I ordered a custom raincoat. So we agreed that I could send him a deposit after I got home. On June 17th, I mailed a $500 deposit to Jeffrey Weiss Designs. On August 1st, we agreed to meet in New York City at a restaurant called Spice, which was the defendant's choice. They came with the raincoat, and I tried it on, but there was no full-length mirror. There was no mirror, so I couldn't see how it fit.
All right, so you pay for the coat, you take it home, and you decide that you don't like it because...
No, I took it home, and the coat was 3 sizes too big. It was enormous, and I went to my bank early the next morning to stop payment on the $1,635 check I had written. The bank told me the check had already been cashed, so there was nothing I could do.
You went to the bank first? You didn't reach out to him to...
Oh, I sent him an email.
Okay.
On the after I tried the coat on August 1st.
Is that the same day of the
that was the day
lunch meeting or whatever?
Yes, it was the same day as the lunch meeting, and I got home, I looked in the mirror, and I was actually shocked at the fit, and I sent him an email saying that I was very upset and saying that I had burst into tears when I looked in the mirror and saw it.
And he said what?
And I didn't get any kind of response. When on August 5th, I filed a complaint with the Better Business Bureau.
Wait, I'm sorry. What is the day that you reach out to him?
I reached out to him on August 1st.
And you got no
Later.
response, meaning what does that mean exactly? That you left him a message and he didn't return your
No,
call?
I emailed. And on August 15th, after I had filed a complaint with the Better Business Bureau, he sent me an email and assured me that the coat could be fixed.
He waited 15 days before he responded?
I believe it was 2 weeks
15
later.
days. Do you have the emails?
I do.
Okay, that's good then. While she's looking, did it take you 15 days to respond to her email?
My recollection is that it was sooner than the
When do
15
you think he
days.
responded?
I thought it was like 2 or 3 days, because I do remember having a conversation with Miss Aaron. She said she had been so upset, and I had...
What was she so upset about?
That she didn't like the fit, and sometimes needs 1 or 2 fittings.
Okay.
You know, and I am
Do you have a showroom?
willing to go the distance to make sure that happens.
Do you have a showroom?
Not in New York.
Okay. So tell me about this coat. Is it here?
Yeah.
I know you got a whole rack of coats. Right? Is that the coat?
This is the coat.
The $2,000 coat?
Yeah. It's
Okay,
called...
it's a one-of-a-kind. You designed it. What's
well,
the name
of
of
the series. It's called A View of the Bronx from I-95 at 60 miles an hour at night.
A view of the Bronx
From
from
I-95
I-95
at 60 miles an hour
at
at
60
night.
miles an hour at night. Okay.
And it's the inspiration is from in the Bronx. There are abandoned tenements, and there were artists and developers that put paintings into all the windows of these high-rise abandoned tenements to promote them and develop the South Bronx that was really devastated about 25 years ago. The coat is made of a faux suede called Suede Mark. You can wear it in the rain. Eventually it wets, but it will dry just like this. The technique for putting this design in, I have a patent for. After I cut the pieces of the coat, I draw a sketch on another piece of fabric, and then it gets stitched, cut, and turned with a tweezer, then pressed around the edge. Anyway, it has a zipper. I'll hold this.
Okay.
It's got a zipper, a placket, and magnetic snaps. Between the insulation and the fabric of the coat is
A layer of thin
a layer of thin
Who's
silk.
that guy?
My partner.
Okay.
Someone that's
I
not
had
nervous.
called Miss Aaron before delivering the coat to discuss the insulation.
Okay.
And I said, well, I was kind of worried about bulkiness, and
And she told you that.
she said it was okay to use the thicker. And I also added that if it didn't work out, I would take the lining out
Okay.
and
So
switch
anyway,
it.
so you get an email from her that says what? Did you find the emails?
Yes, I
Okay,
did,
may I
Your
see
Honor.
them?
And I beg your pardon, I was wrong on the date, Your Honor.
That's all right. So let's see. August 1st. I tried on my coat in front of a mirror after I got home because there was no mirror in the restaurant. I took one look and burst into tears. The coat does not fit. It's miles too big, and I feel like I'm wearing an ugly down coat. I'm going to send the coat back, and I expect a full refund. I've lost confidence in this transaction. And when was his response?
His response was below that. It was actually, I believe, the 5th, Your Honor. I'm sorry, do you want me to?
16th. Yeah, can I see his response, please? Look, what's the bottom line? When you get this email from her complaining about the fit, what do you say to her?
We come to an agreement where I'm going to change the lining, the insulation.
Okay, because you felt that might be what's adding to the bulk.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that would trim it down
Okay.
by half.
So did you have her mail the coat back to you?
Yes.
And did you, in fact, do the repair?
Yes.
Okay, and then what went wrong? Because at the time, you folks make an appointment to see each other where?
Again at Spice, Your Honor.
Why? Because Spice had bought a mirror?
But he promised to bring a full-length mirror.
Okay, may I see those emails? Can you hand that back to my bailiff? And then what happens? He doesn't show up?
And he never showed up.
And why didn't you show up?
And he never, I rang repeatedly from my cell phone.
I think probably
waited
because by then he'd gotten the
almost
Better
an
Business
hour,
Bureau
an hour and a
complaint.
half.
What happened?
His mother.
I'm the sole caretaker for my mom who had a stroke 6 years ago. And she was having a contraction with her leg, and I
think it's that you got the complaint from the Better Business Bureau and it made you angry.
Maybe it was passive-aggressive, maybe. You know, but,
that's what I think happened.
But, and
Who's the
'cause I
woman
thought,
nodding?
really,
Your partner and the woman behind you are both nodding like, yeah, that's...
It was his mother that we ended up taking to the hospital that day. And
So,
just in the
so
rush
what
of it,
contact did you ever have with her explaining that?
we didn't at
Exactly.
that day.
So it makes it
Right.
unbelievable. It just looks like you wanted to leave her
Right,
hanging.
but by
In
then
any
she
event,
had
you've
wanted-
got the coat, you've got the money, and she wants a refund, and she doesn't deserve one because.
We have the original order here.
I did contact her after that problematic day.
Okay.
And,
When? How long after?
It was not a crazy amount of time, but it was, you know, maybe a few days, a week. You know, I mean, less
That's
than that.
a crazy amount. You leave me hanging at Spice, good as Spice is. Okay, you leave me hanging at a restaurant waiting for you. You call me a week later. By then you're dead to me. I mean, come on. So this is a custom-made coat that you paid how much for?
$2,135.
Okay. Wow. All right. The coat is there. I'd like you to try on the coat.
I would love to try on the coat, Your
Okay.
Honor.
Do we have a full-length mirror?
was going
We're
to
going
bring
to have to take it in some more because all we did right to this point is put the thinner thinsulate in, but we still have to pin it to her. I mean,
Well,
it was a little boxy.
Does,
but
does anybody else want to see her wear the coat?
Let's start by seeing it on her.
Let's see. Let's just see. He's not confident about it because he thinks he's still going to have to take it in.
Is there a full-length mirror?
Yeah.
Does
Do
it
we
feel-
have a full-length mirror?
It's big.
I don't know. Let me see.
But if you were wearing a business jacket, it would take up some of the bulk, just not that
Well, it
much.
says who she wears a business jacket. No, it's got a lot of bulk.
Yeah.
Is this supposed to be? How is this supposed to be?
That's
This is
the
actually
hood, yeah.
Okay. So it's actually supposed to be like that.
Well, it
No,
has a 2-inch facing.
no, there's a 2-inch facing. It folds back, so it snaps around the collar.
Yeah, come on.
So
Is it all right if it comes close to you? Okay.
So this would be like an alternate type of collar, which buttons on and off, like that. And then if it starts to rain, you can then, oops, excuse me.
Well, wait, she didn't prove that. Hold on. Hair is hair. That's like totally different.
But sorry.
That's all right. We'll give you a chance. Don't
And
worry.
then it goes like that, and then it would snap like that, so it wouldn't blow.
And now he's going to smother you.
Okay. All right, so then this comes off.
Thank you, Your Honor. So turn this way for me. All right, so then you can take the collar off.
So then you can wear the collar up or down.
If what you
Can I just have him step back in so we can hear him?
It says it.
Okay, so there's the full-length mirror. Do you feel it's big?
Yes. It's big through the body,
Yeah.
and it is big. It's a bit big through the body, and the shoulders should be less padded.
Welcome back to the People's Court. Harvey Levin here. I don't know, when I heard this thing, I'm thinking this woman looks in the mirror and she's crying over a coat. I find that weird.
If she's very sensitive, maybe she would cry.
I get it, but is it a little delusional to cry over a coat?
I think yes, especially, well, if it was expensive, it's kind of...
Oh, God, you're hedging. I need a guy here. Okay.
No way. It's just clothes. You don't need to cry over a coat.
See, ladies? Yeah. You see? Listen to this guy. Going inside the courtroom.
You wanted to point out something in the contract to me?
Yeah, it says, at our discretion, we reserve the right to remake any item to remedy any problem.
Right. Here's the thing, though. You did have the right to remake it to remedy the problem, and this is the remade, addressed problem, and it's still a problem.
We never got to fit it to her.
What do you mean you never? Why didn't you finish the work? Then you breached because you didn't finish the work.
After she canceled the order, we didn't bother to call her and take it in.
No. Wait, so the meeting that day for lunch wasn't
to do another fitting. It was to do another fitting.
It was a fitting at the restaurant, or it
Right.
was to deliver a finished product?
To bring the coat and do a fitting to see what else had to be altered.
Is it your understanding that you were going to have the finished product at that restaurant?
No, I believed I was going to have a better product and it was going to be closer, but
That there was still work to do?
I did feel that there was still going to be work to do.
Okay. So what was the day they failed to appear? Was what?
September 12th. I'm sorry, I don't have my emails. I'm not
Okay,
sure.
I have them. I'm tired of waiting for a coat you have no intention of delivering. In fact, I waited for over an hour for you at Spice yesterday. Now I just want a full refund. I expect to receive a check in the amount of $2,135. He responds to you that next day. I really apologize. I will take $235 off the coat and come to your house to do the fitting. You send a response to him October 10th, which is almost a month later. I am thoroughly disgusted and disappointed in the unprofessional way you insist upon trying to conduct your business. I repeat, since I have not received a coat, I want a full refund of the amount I have paid you. A discount is not sufficient. And so here we are. Why wouldn't the lady be entitled to a refund? You took her measurements, the coat wasn't right. You told her to meet you somewhere, she sat there for an hour, you never showed up. I have to decide who breached the contract.
It says all sales are final.
And it is very, very difficult for me to decide that she breached the contract under these circumstances. How did she breach the contract? I mean, is your argument that, she paid, your best argument, I guess, is probably, hey, she paid me in full, liked it, and left. And there's no returns. What does your contract say about returns?
It's on the bottom.
All sales final, no returns without prior approval, do not ship without authorization. At our discretion, we reserve the right to remake any item to remedy any problem.
Your Honor, if I may, I did return it with permission. Mm-hmm. I took the coat. When it didn't fit, I was told. No,
that's all right. That was persuasive. I like that.
That they
so
could
you did.
Fix it.
He accepted it. Stop talking. So stop talking before you turn. Before you convince me right out of the position. So your answer is they waived that because they took the coat back in order to fix it, and then they didn't fix it, and everything else happened. So that's a new contract that I have. And then, Judge, they breached by not meeting me at the restaurant that day and leaving me waiting, and now I've lost confidence in them. Now we're done. I'm ruling in favor of the plaintiff in this case, $2,135. You got it. You have to conduct business in a more. I know you're an artist, but there's a business component to what you're doing, and you have to comply with the business component too. I have no doubt you'll be able to resell that.
Well, the judge has ruled in favor of the plaintiff here, and here is the artist himself. What's your feeling on the outcome of the case first?
Well, I always try to put the customer first and make a quality garment.
Well, the garment, it's the way you did business. It's not really, the garment. It's the way you did business with her.
There were things that were happening. I called her the next day. I offered her quite a lot of money to make it easier for her.
What are you going to do with the goat now? You think you'll be able to sell it? Huh?
Yes.
Sell it to the judge.
Yeah. Okay.
No.
All right. Very good. All right. Well, you couldn't sell her your story. Maybe you could sell her the coat. All right. So come on in here. Are you satisfied how this comes out?
Yes, I am. Thank you.
How badly did you want that coat?
I thought the coat was a magnificent coat. I think he's a brilliant designer. However, I need to do business with someone who can do business.
And you don't want to give him that last chance to fix it for you?
No. He's had 6 months.
All right. Harvey.
Whenever you buy something that's supposedly tailor-made, get the specifications written down on the receipt. In this case, though, it was pretty obvious the coat didn't fit. And that will do it for this case. Litigants for the next case on the way into the courtroom right now.
This episode is brought to you by eBay. Buying parts for your car? You'll know that will it work feeling. But on eBay, buying parts is different. eBay's free returns means if it doesn't fit, or if it isn't what you expected, you just print a label, drop it off, and get your refund fast. No haggling, no stress, and at least 30 days to return any eligible item. Millions of parts, free returns. eBay. Things people love. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
Kraft mac and cheese is the best thing ever. It's even better than pop music. You look just as natural enjoying us at age 13 as you do 55. Kraft mac and cheese. Best thing ever.
These are the plaintiffs, Ellen and Kyle. Kyle says he bought a car from the fast-talking defendant, who told him the car was in excellent condition. Well, he's sorry to have to say he was scammed because the car was a worthless piece of junk. He can't get his money back, needs the judge's help, and is suing for every penny of the $4,200 they're owed. This is the defendant, Teddy Thompson. He says he sold the car to the plaintiff, and a few hours later, he got a furious call from his mother. She told him her son took the money for the car out of her safe without her knowledge and demanded he take the car back. He's sorry, but a sale's a sale. He gave the son a receipt that clearly says no refunds, and that's that. He's accused of unloading a clunker.
All parties, please raise your right hand.
Welcome back to the People's Court. Next case in the docket. The plaintiff bought a car from the defendant, says it was a piece of you-know-what. But the defendant says the problem was the plaintiff bought the car behind his mom's back. It's the case of hunka crappy junk.
Thank you, Douglas. Okay, Ellen and Kyle, you are suing Teddy Thompson for $4,200, the cost of a car that Kyle bought from him and wants to return. What's going on, Kyle?
I bought a vehicle off of Teddy for $4,200.
How old are you?
17.
Is this your first vehicle?
Yes, ma'am.
So tell me what happens.
I saw the ad on Craigslist, so I gave him a call, and he told me that the vehicle was in excellent running condition. There was a minor dent on the back bumper, and there was nothing wrong with it. So I decided to take the drive, a 3.5-hour drive, all the way to Jacksonville.
Because you live where?
Vero Beach.
Okay. Mom, where are you when this is going on?
Working.
Okay. Did you know, though, he was going to Jacksonville to pick up a car?
No, I didn't.
How does your 17-year-old son travel from Vero Beach to Jacksonville, to upstate, for 3.5 hours, and you don't know he's leaving? I don't believe that. I think you knew he was buying a car.
No, I didn't know he was buying a car.
What was your plan? You were going to hide the car under your bed?
No. He was buying a car, but I didn't realize he was buying one
How
that
close
day.
are you two?
Very.
Then how would you not know he's buying a car and that he's traveling up to Jacksonville? You're not just worried if that has some bearing on the case, right? You're not going to lie to me just to win the case, right?
No.
Okay. Because I find it kind of hard to believe that you didn't know he was going to buy a car.
Honestly, Your Honor, I didn't.
Who'd you go up there with?
I went with my brother and a friend.
Your brother and a friend, and
Yes.
she still doesn't know that her two boys are going to Jacksonville. You're either incredibly out of touch with your family or you're lying. Those are the only two choices. And I'm pretty sure that it's that you're lying about that. But go ahead. You get over there and what happens?
I get over there and we get in the car. There was no gas in it. The gas light was on. So after we're done test driving it, we were into his house. I don't know what it was. It was like a house slash like sales place. I don't know what it really was. And then he was like a fast talker, so I was very pressured into everything. Like I just felt pressured.
Dude, you traveled 3.5 hours with your brother and a friend to buy the car. How are you pressured?
Just the way it was, just everything was
Why?
set up.
Everything you've told me is a flag to turn around and drive back. I mean, you're telling me, he was a fast talker. I didn't trust him. I'm in a place where there's no furniture. It was kind of creepy. You know, I didn't get to really test drive it because it was low on gas. All those are reasons not to buy a car, but you went and you bought a car, but you're blaming that on him? I just don't like the lack of responsibility on that table.
Yes,
I don't like it at all. But what happens is the car comes home, and apparently it's giving you trouble on the way back to Vero Beach. And when you get home, your parents don't like the condition of the car, and everybody thinks you're an idiot for buying it, and now you want to return the car. So mom calls him, and what happens?
My mom calls him.
No, actually, mom. I want to hear mom's part.
So when I came home from work, I had known that Kyle was looking to purchase a car, but I didn't know that day that he was going to go and ask his brother and his brothers.
Whose money did he use to purchase the car?
He used his own money.
Did you ever tell him when you were trying to get the money back that he had stolen money from your safe?
Absolutely not.
Okay. Well, I thought it was a good one. All right,
Yeah.
Go ahead.
No.
So go on.
So when I came home from work, I saw that he had purchased the vehicle, and I saw that he was a little upset, and his dad was upset, and I said, what happened? And he told me the story, and Kyle said when he got on the highway, the car started to shake, and the light, the engine light came on, and he felt like he couldn't turn around and bring the car back because he was in too deep. So I immediately called Mr. Thompson, and I said, Kyle got home, and Mr. Thompson had said to me, wow, I'm surprised. I thought you were calling to tell me he didn't make it home. And I said, well, what do you mean by that? And he said, I just thought maybe the car broke down. And I said, well, Kyle wants to return the car. And because when he went onto the highway, he realized it was shaking, and lights were coming on, and it was wobbling, and he just felt uneasy.
What ends up happening? He says, no way, I'm not returning your money.
He laughed.
All right. But in any event, you guys register the car and you are using the car. Have you put any money into repairing it or no?
No, ma'am.
So you're just using it?
Yeah, I don't have the money to put into it. I worked for that money.
But you're using the car?
He's using it to and from school. He goes a mile to school and back a day.
Okay.
You can see
All
by
right.
the mileage.
So after the one conversation you had with him, do you ever speak to him again or no?
Yes.
When did you talk to him again?
When we went to register the title, the woman at the title agency couldn't read his name on the bill of sale. So we called and called and called, and he refused to call us back. So we had the Duval County Police Department go to his home and tell him he had to call and give the registry his name.
That all happened while you're standing at DMV?
Yes.
Okay, so he calls and he calls you back and he says, my name is X.
He said, I'm Teddy Thompson.
My name is Teddy Thompson.
We
okay,
didn't know.
Mr. Thompson, let's talk to you. What's going on?
I sold
When
the car.
he shows up, you don't think he looks a little young?
No, I didn't ask his ID.
Did you
or
ask his
anything.
ID?
No, ma'am.
Do you have a contract? Do you have
Bill
a
of sale?
Yeah, with
Yes.
him. Let me see that. And show me your license.
Sure.
Bill of sale, I sold my 2003 Jeep Grand Cherokee as is, no warranty or refund. Okay, so you did sell it to Kyle.
Yes.
Okay, as it turns out, Kyle is a minor.
Yes.
So what do you want to tell me about that?
I was unaware that that might be illegal.
Well, it's not that it's illegal to sell to a minor. It's that it's crazy.
So the plaintiff's son, 17 years old, can the plaintiff undo this deal because he was a minor?
I mean, he wasn't old enough. If I bought a car and it was a piece of you-know-what, I wouldn't want to be able to, I wouldn't want to have to be responsible.
I know you wouldn't want to, but do you have a right to undo it because the kid was a minor?
She has every right in the world to do it. He's only 17. He shouldn't have bought the car in the first place.
Shouldn't have bought the car. So legally, you can undo any deal you make with somebody if you're underage.
Yeah, I think he shouldn't have been allowed to buy it in the first place.
So it's the defendant's fault for selling it to him?
I think so.
Okay, fair enough. Going inside the courtroom.
It's as though you had contracted with an infant. Okay? So, tell me about your conversation with Mom.
The first conversation, she gets home, her son arrived home. She called me and I said, is there anything wrong with the vehicle? Is the vehicle fine? Yes, the vehicle is home, fine. There's nothing wrong with it. So what does this phone call have to do with anything? My son is a minor, I want my money back.
All right. Is there anything else that you want to tell me?
The car is fine. He states in a recording that I have that there's 2 dents in the vehicle.
What do you? Why do you have a recording?
Stating he has a 99 Jeep Cherokee for sale.
Wait, you recorded a conversation with him?
Yes.
Did you tell him you were recording him?
No.
You called
No, not
him?
me personally.
Who'd you have call him?
My wife.
So you had your wife call him because, what, you had seen an ad?
Yes. I have a picture of his ad.
And so you had your wife call him and you taped him saying what to your wife?
That the Jeep is, he's decided to keep the Jeep, but he has a 99 for sale. That is
That he
listed.
decided to keep your Jeep?
Yes.
But he has a 99 for sale?
Yes.
But then she continues to ask questions about the car?
Yeah, how is it? Is it fine? Yeah, it's fine. It just has a couple of dents in the back.
Okay. That's because you think 2 things. Number one, that it's not a felony for you to have taped somebody in Florida without their knowledge, which we'll talk about in a moment. And number 2, that it matters whether the car is in good condition or not. Number 1, he is 17, and you cannot contract with a 17-year-old. So he can void this contract. So let's start with that. He has had use of the car for 3 months, so that is something I'm going to take into consideration. But it doesn't matter that the car's in perfect condition. It could be that his mother doesn't like the color of the car. It doesn't matter. 2, and far more importantly, there are some states in the Union that are one-party consent states. In those states, one party to the conversation can tape the other party without telling them I'm taping you. Happens every day in New York. But there are states where you cannot do that. In fact, not only can you not do that and not use it as evidence, you get charged with a 3rd-degree felony for doing it. Florida is one of those states. Do not ever again tape somebody without them knowing in the state of Florida, okay? Having said that, I am going to order you to return to the plaintiff, reducing the recovery by what I deem to be a fair amount for the usage of the car for 3 months, the sum of $3,000. And that means, since it's on you, because he's the minor, you're going to have to go to Vero to pick up the car. You're going to have to transfer the car back to him. Do you understand that? Or you don't get the money. That's how it's going to work. Good luck, folks.
Well, the defendant sold it to a minor and now is going to get it back because of that. What's your reaction to this verdict?
I'm upset.
About what?
They could have listed the vehicle on Craigslist and sell it, and we wouldn't have to go through this process.
You know, you sold to a minor,
Yes.
which is okay, but you
Which I was unaware of.
You understand the law,
Now I
right? Well, why didn't you check ID before you sell?
I didn't think none of it.
What about next time?
Definitely.
All right, right down this way, okay? Follow Officer McIntosh out the door here. And so step on in here. What's going through your mind here?
I think justice was served.
Mm-hmm. How about the way this whole transaction took place?
Well, I hope
behind-
they both learned a lesson.
She thinks you learned a lesson.
Yeah, I did.
Did you?
I really did.
What did you learn?
I learned that I shouldn't take a lot of money and go buy a cruddy vehicle.
What about communicating with your parents before you do something like that?
Yeah, I'll do that next time.
Yeah. Harvey?
I can make this so simple. You are insane to make a deal with a minor without getting the parents' consent if it's for something that costs a lot of money. That will do it for this case. Litigants for the next case on the way into the courtroom right now.
This episode is brought to you by LinkedIn. Psst, healthcare pros, word's out, and it's too good to keep quiet. Look, LinkedIn is revolutionizing job hunting, making it possible to search by specialty, shift preference, and salary. Endless scrolling is out. Whether it's a mental health therapist or dental hygienist, finding the perfect role is faster and easier than ever. Head to linkedin.com/healthcare and start your search today.
This is the plaintiff, Shaquille Ahmed. He says he gave the defendant a deposit on an apartment and that night brought his wife over to see the place. Unfortunately, his wife hated it, refused to live there, and the defendant won't give him his money back. Since he never moved into the place, he feels he should get his $1,455 returned and is suing for exactly that. This is the defendant, George Galka. He says the plaintiff was so happy he agreed to rent the place. The guy ran home to get the money so no one else would get it. He gave him the keys on the spot, and that very night the guy moved some cleaning supplies and a vacuum cleaner into the apartment. Bottom line, he doesn't owe the plaintiff any money because he rented it as an immediate occupancy, and that means no refunds. He's accused of refusing to budge. The defendant has filed a countersuit for $2,040 for lost rent and travel expenses.
All parties, please raise your right hands.
Welcome back to the People's Court. Next case on the docket, the plaintiff put money down on an apartment, but his wife hated it. Now he wants his money back. The defendant says, "Are you kidding? It's the case of take my wife, please."
Thank you, Douglas. Okay, Shaquille Ahmed?
Yes.
You are suing Mr. Galka for $1,455 for a month and a half's rent deposit. Mr. Galka, you are counterclaiming $2,040 for October rent, November rent, and travel expenses. Tell me what's going on.
Okay, I saw the ad that he was renting the apartment, so I called to his wife. She told me if I wanted to look at the apartment, you can go there before like 5:30. So I got there because I
What time did you get there?
Around 5 o'clock.
Okay.
Because I live right like 10 minutes away.
Good.
So I got there. It was dark.
At 5?
Yeah.
Okay. This is what month? October?
October,
Okay.
yeah. And the one of the rooms light was not working. So, but I was because I was really desperate to get the apartment. So, I told him that I am interested in this apartment. So he told me that he required 1.5 month security deposit. So I told him that I'm gonna get you that, and I went back to my house and came back with the money.
Okay, so you went to see it, you put a blindfold on, you didn't see anything, and you couldn't wait to rent it.
Yeah, so I went there. I gave him a cash, $1,455.
Okay.
The next day, my wife went with her mother.
Well, I'm not understanding though. Did your wife see the apartment before you rented it? Is she your wife or your girlfriend?
She's my wife. So
are you married? Because that's funny. She doesn't know about it. She says she's your girlfriend in the affidavit. She says she's dating you. Hold on one second. Did I misunderstand that? Just a second. I am currently dating and expecting his child.
Yeah,
is she your wife or is she your girlfriend?
Yeah, she's my wife.
Did you marry her?
Yeah, I married her religiously, like not in the court.
Apparently, she doesn't feel you married her very religiously as of yesterday. But go ahead.
So then she went with her mom the next day. It was like around 10:30 in the morning. So she saw a lot of things with like a kitchen sink. It was not right, and a couple of other things. So she didn't like the apartment. She came back and she told me that I don't want this apartment. So I called him. So I told him that I'm not interested anymore. I never signed the lease or anything. So I asked him for the money, and so he said, no, you have to go to the court because I'm not giving you your money. So I called the police. And
Okay, what day did you give him the deposit?
It was October 10th, Thursday.
Did he give you a key that night?
Yeah, he gave me the key.
Okay, and did on the next day your wife and her mother go in, and do you bring anything in there?
I think they brought the key because she wanted to clean the apartment, but they saw they didn't like it, so she.
Okay, and so you want your money back because you changed your mind?
Yeah, that's what I told him.
Okay, and let me hear from you.
Well, Your Honors, most of the things that Shaquille had said is true. He liked the apartment very much. So he went and got the money, came back with his wife. They liked it very much. The following day is when the mother-in-law came. I think that's where the factor came in, right then and there. So then he called me up and he wanted his money back.
What reasons did he give you?
No unknown reason.
But what did he say? He said something. I want my money back. We've changed our mind. What did he say?
I want my money back. My mother-in-law and wife don't like it. He called numerous times. I said, I'm not giving you your money back. I don't want any confrontations. I think you should go to the local police and make your complaint. He mentioned a few things to the Kearney police that were untrue.
Do you have the police report?
And there was no reason. There was absolutely no reason why he just changed his mind. I changed my mind and called him, and I'm not interested anymore.
Okay, so he gives you the deposit on October, what day?
October 10th.
Your Honor.
Is that accurate, October 10th?
We're using the word deposit.
It doesn't matter what I use. It doesn't matter. Don't get hung up on it.
So he puts the money down. His wife hates the apartment. Does he get his security back?
I would say yes. It's just his word against his. He never signed the contract, so why not?
Guy gave him the key. The landlord gave him the key.
I mean, if his wife hates it, he needs to help that guy out.
Okay, maybe a nice thing to do. Does he have to?
What was the question again?
We'll let the judge answer that one, going inside the courtroom.
He gives you the deposit October 10th, and then on the 11th, he says, whoops, we changed our minds with the helpful hand of my mother-in-law. All right. And then were you able to re-rent it?
No, Your Honor.
Not yet?
It's still empty.
It's still empty.
Still empty.
I can't hear you shouting from a chair, ma'am. If you want to testify, I'm happy to hear you. Can you please stand up and come to the microphone?
Your Honor, till this day, he's never returned the keys. He still has our keys.
I went there, but he didn't want to meet.
Do you have the keys with you?
Yeah. He didn't want to meet.
Yeah, give me the keys. Here's the problem that we're having, Mr. Ahmed. I understand your frustration because you didn't move in. Yeah. I understand your frustration because you didn't sign a lease. But what you don't understand is that what you had is a verbal agreement. And if there's no signed lease, by operation of law, what we have is called a month-to-month tenancy. And when you give the money and someone gives you the keys, it means you have a deal. You know, you get to change your mind, but when you change your mind, it might cost you. It's not going to cost the other guy. So if she's unhappy, you don't want an unhappy wife. Happy wife, happy life. Oh, by the way, and marry her because she thinks you're not married, okay? But there's a problem, and the problem is you entered into a contract. And according to the law, when you have a month-to-month tenancy, you have to give 30 days notice. And so if we consider that your 30 days notice, how is he going to re-rent the place, like, right after that? So they're out money by having let you take the place.
It was just a matter of a few hours.
I know, it doesn't matter. I don't care if it's a matter of 1 minute. You may think it's unfair, but that's the law, okay? Now, why is it you didn't want to meet him in person?
I was afraid of a confrontation because quite a few years back, I did the same thing. Fella came by in a different home with a suit and tie on. He was an engineer, and before you know it, he had 20 people in the apartment, and I was burned out.
What does that mean?
He set fire. He set phone books in each room and set fire to the house. And thank God the fire never really took off.
The FBI went
So
after him.
therefore,
He left the country.
I think I tried to learn my lesson.
Actually, in your answer to the complaint, you say another Pakistani gentleman. So I don't know whether you think this is something that's particularly Pakistani.
The only thing that I was concerned is because in today's life, when you're watching television, you don't know who you're speaking to.
Regardless of where they're from.
Regardless.
Okay. Look, Mr. Ahmed, I feel bad for you because you're expecting a baby. Did you have the baby? No, you're expecting the baby, and I wish you well. But the law is the law for everybody, and that's the law. You don't get to have that money back because you had a deal and you broke the deal. And the only suggestion I can give you is in the future, don't go look at an apartment in the dark with no electricity and a blindfold on. Look at an apartment during the day. In fact, my advice to you is bring your mother-in-law when you look at the next apartment, because if it passes the mother-in-law to, and I mean that only slightly facetiously, because, you know, she's picky. So if it passes her test, it's probably going to pass, you know, the test of time for you, but you can't get your money back under these circumstances. Now, what is your counterclaim against him for? Because if you have by operation of law month to month, all he's got to do is give you 30 days notice, and he did. What are you keeping the other half month's rent for? The rent is $970, right? Yeah. Why would you be entitled to keep anything more than $970?
I thought that because of the November, it's not rented.
Yeah,
yet.
November's not rented, but you also don't have a lease. You have a month to month.
And travel expense. That's it.
You don't get travel expense. You get exactly what the law says, which is 1 month's rent. The amount he gave you was a month and a half, not 2 months, right? Okay. So the $970 for the month of October remains in the defendant's hands. And as for the other half of that, I find that you do not have a right to keep that. And so $485 judgment for the plaintiff. Good luck, folks.
Thank you.
Well, the plaintiff loses, but he does get to keep that extra half month that you left with them for security. So come in here. You understand the ruling and the month-to-month implication here?
Yeah.
You realize that once you said okay to them, you had a verbal agreement for a month-to-month contract.
I didn't like it, but it's all
yeah, okay. All right, so step on in here, okay. And what about yours here? Come over here. Stand next to him. You satisfied how this comes out?
I'm pretty much satisfied. I expected the entire amount. However, the law is the law, and I'm lucky it went the way it did. And like I said,
you had no entitlement to that extra half month.
So I did my homework, and I thought everything turned out pretty much the way it should have.
Yeah. Harvey?
You know, everybody thinks there are just good reasons to break a contract and you can get your money back and everything else. The fact is, when you make a deal, and it can be an oral deal in many cases, when you make a deal, you can't simply say, oh, you know what, I changed my mind, so I really don't want to go through with it anymore. Once you make the deal, you are stuck.